The Sun and Mars meets in the sky today. Oh my gosh, we have cards falling all over the place here. Okay, stop, guys. We have the Star and the Five of Pentacles here. Okay, this is about believing in yourself. This is about not throwing in the towel. This is about knowing that you are moments away from true discovery of a path that lays before you that will change or rock your world. Okay, we'll put that back in. And I'll start over here. Sun and Mars. Sun and Mars meet in the sky this weekend. And we know since our new moon that it was very close. And eventually the sun would catch up to Mars. And it does this weekend. And it brings in some extremely strong energy for us to deal with. This energy is... Well, Mars. Mars is our warrior. Wanting to fight, conquer, to win the battle, go forward. And the sun is this giant ball of fire in the sky, right? So it could feel like an inferno within us, in our emotions and our wants and our feelings and our drive. And it's up to us to take control of this intense fire and put it to use. Use it to our advantage. So left unchecked, this energy can easily manifest into arguments and fights, dangerous actions, hurtful words. Well, sit back, relax, and let's explore the cosmic energies together. And together we will find an understanding of how to embrace this energy, utilize this energy, and move forward today and every day. So hi, I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thanks for being here, and thank you for all the positive, loving support that you send me each and every day. Welcome to your weekend focus, November the 18th and the 19th. 2023. So let's start with the numerology. Saturday we have the 18 energy, and that is our heart center. Okay? That is the energy asking us to go within and understand what truly brings in joy. Makes our hearts dance with joy, leap for joy. What we love, how we experience love, how we show love. The things we love, our goals, our dreams, our desires, our passions, what motivates us, what makes us feel alive, and get to know ourselves on a deeper level. Now, 1 plus 8 is a 9. And the 9 is about removing certain things that stand in the way of bringing in new things into your life. Most times with a 9 energy, we are clearing things out to make room for the new beginning, the new start. Something is not allowing you to step the way you want to step forward. And it's up to us to recognize under a 9 energy what exactly that is. Is it a habit? Is it a behavior? Is it an environment? Is it a thing? A person? And understand how we need to remove or heal from, perhaps. Clean the clutter, perhaps, in order to make the room for the new experiences in our life. Now, if we look at the daily numerology for Saturday, it'd be an 11 plus a 9 plus a 7, and that's a 27 energy. The 27 energy is about things blooming and blossoming and exploding with life, exploding with creativity, exploding with progress and growth. It's about giving focus to our goals and our dreams, to allow them to manifest in our life, to show up and put focus on it so it can manifest, so it can be tangible. And 2 plus 7 is a 9. So once again, we may have to clear some space in our world in order to really allow ourselves to step in that direction or allow something to come in to our lives. Now on Sunday we have the 19 energy. The 19 energy is the sun energy. So for Mars and the sun to be talking in the sky under a 19 energy, I mean, it just empowers this strength in us, this will to go forward, this creativity, this desire of what we want to bring into our lives. And 1 plus 9 is a 10, and that brings in luck. That allows us to understand that the seasons are changing in our life, that we have to go with the flow, that we have to understand the season we're in. Right now, because it is a new moon energy, we could be in the springtime of our life. We could be in the summertime of our life. We could even be in the autumn of our life, right? We are putting some closure and some completions and some endings on some goals that we set a long time ago. Although I believe the majority of us are in the spring energy because we just experienced the eclipse, right? The solar eclipse not too long ago. So because of that, I would think most of us are, looking at those new ambitions, those ones that we started this month or perhaps last month, and wanting to grow them. And the luck comes in, and know that the wheel constantly goes around and around. So the cycle continues. And so if you're having a hard time, you're going to hit good times. And if you're having good times, well, probably conflict's going to come in. Challenges are going to come in. But you know that you'll get through them, and there'll be joyous times, celebrations, happiness, giggles, laughter. 1 plus 0 is a 1, and that is the I am. That is the pioneer. That is the leader. That is also the magician. I rarely mention the magician under the 1 energy, but it's almost like you have the power to bring in what you want to bring into your life. You are essentially the magician. You are essentially the one putting your hand up into the air and saying, I want this in my life, and the other hand down to allow it to flow through you and come down. So what does that mean, to flow through you and come down? That means you got an image of what you want, and you bring it into being through hard work, through visualization, through meditation, through prayer, through strategy, through planning, through patience, through perseverance. Now we look at the daily numerology for Sunday to be an 11 plus a 1 plus a 7, which is a 19. And I think we just went through this, right? 19, 1 plus 9 is a 10, and 10, 1 plus 0 is a 1. The sun is in Scorpio. The moon will enter Aquarius at about 6:30 a.m. on Saturday, Eastern Standard Time, that is. So we will be enjoying a weekend of Aquarian energy, the new, the unusual, groups of people perhaps. The sun and Mars meet in the sky, bringing in courage and confidence, desire and passion, enthusiasm. And Mars is our planet of courage and strength and going forward and meeting the challenge and expecting successes on the other side. To win those battles, to forge forward for a new tomorrow. And the sun is this giant ball of fire, right? So this is energy that will make us gutsy and daring and unafraid of conflict, unafraid of challenges. And we definitely need to find an outlet for this dynamic energy that fills us, because our desire is strong, and it's a beacon of red. It's like red hot, iron red hot. It's full of passion. It's full of want. It's full of need. It's full of desire. And we'll be feeling this energy. Mars will have us on fire. We want to get to the point. We want to go for the jugular. We want to make things happen. We'll be impatient. But we have to contain this energy and release it in a proper way, letting off a little bit of steam here and there, controlled, okay? So how do we do that? Well, get to work, get physical, exercise. Throw your mind and focus on working on the strategy, working on the plan, constructing something, building something. Okay, we can burn it up through mental energy, we can burn it up through physical energy, but it does need to be burnt up, okay? Otherwise, there could be some very damaging consequences. Okay, we don't want to hurt others, we don't want to hurt ourselves in our quest forward. So, concentrating on things that are both creative and both productive will help, okay? We don't want anger to come out when we just wanted cooperation. We don't want to pick a fight because they disagreed with us or wouldn't let us, stay at our side first. We don't want to get confrontational, and this energy will push us to that. So we do need to take those steps back. We need to take a deep breath. We need to know that we are in control, and we've always been in control, and the only way we can lose control is by losing our temper, right? The first person who gets angry in a fight is the loser of the fight because they've lost their control and their diplomacy, their tact. Okay, let's go to the cards. I know it's going to be intense for a couple of days, and so when somebody comes at you, you know, be wise enough to take the step back because they don't know why that fire is inside of them. They just know they're reacting to that fire inside of them. And now we got the Ace of Cups here. Embracing your dreams, desires, your wants, your goals. Okay, so let's see what the cards actually say in this intense energy that we are receiving. And it is to empower us to go forward. I mean, this energy is here to give us great drive. But we have to be aware of how we can easily cross the line over from using that energy in a very proactive way to that energy turning into a negative aspect of our life. Okay, we have, we're going to cut them first, aren't we? I think I just did cut them, but we cut them again. Huh? Okay, Six of Wands. Six of Wands, this is not a time to rest on your laurels. It's not a time to kick it back, okay? Otherwise, you're going to find other things in this world to argue about and complain about and fight about. And, you know, you might as well turn this energy right to your goals, right to your dreams, right to the heart center. And the Six of Wands says, you have been successful in the past. People admire you for your talents, your abilities, your gifts. And this is not a time to kick it back and relax, but it's a time to start going forward. You know, it's like you've just received the papers for your new mission, your new conquest, going forward with this. Knowing that you've been successful in the past. And this is essentially, a lot of times this card is displayed in decks as a parade. And you are the person that they're throwing flowers in front of. And you're waving to them. And they're cheering your name and clapping and singing and dancing. There's marching bands, floats, the whole 9 yards for you. Because you are that special. You are that amazing. And, you know, the more that I can convince you of that, for you to realize the truth within you. Seriously, just for you to realize it. You become so empowered and things start to happen in your life, and that empowers you even more, and more things happen to you. And your confidence starts to grow, and yes, eventually you will totally understand where I'm coming from with that statement. Okay, we've got the Four of Wands. Four of Wands is about not trying to get from A to B and the conquest and the end of the goal and bringing it all into being. Of course, that's the end game, but we want to experience all the little moments. We want to take the time. We don't want to rush through and just say, okay, that's done, that's done, that's done. What's next? We want to say, that's done. Let's celebrate. Okay, that's done. Let's celebrate. And the celebrate could just be a hug. It could be, you know, hitting your water glasses together or whatever it may be for you. The bigger goals you might want to celebrate on a deeper level, but to take the time to recognize that you've taken a step and you've taken that step successfully. Usually with a partner, this is the marriage card. Proposals can come in under this energy. So if you've just, you know, shook hands, that's a step and you should celebrate it. And that first meeting that you have together is another step, and you should celebrate that, even if nothing comes from that actual meeting, although probably there will be. You know, it's the fact that you took that next step and you showed up for that meeting and you had dialogue together. We have the Chariot. The Chariot is a card, a lot of people read this as you have to rush forward because it's a chariot or something. I don't know. But really the card is to pull on those reins, to hold it back. That it's dark and it's cloudy and you really can't see the way forward. And if you just go hoping that is going to be okay, it may not be. It may be, but it may not be. And so what we want to do is we want to wait for that fog to lift a little bit. We want to wait for that sun to dawn on a new day so we can see our path a little clearer. So we want the clarity to come in. We want the wisdom to come in. We want to know if this next step is actually pointing us in the direction that where we want to end up long term. So it's about pulling it back and until you have the clarity, until you have the understanding, until you can shine a light on the situation and you know more. The fog clears. And we have the Four of Pentacles. You know, we keep holding on to those things that do not serve us. We all do it, okay? There's not one of us here that do not hold on to things that are meaningless, okay? So I told you about, I took on the town. um, and so I'm thinking, I might, the end of the day, I may have to move. And okay, where to move is a whole question there. Maybe I'll be your next door neighbor one day. Who knows? But I'm looking at the stuff I have and I'm thinking, if I were to do a move at any kind of distance, this would cost me a fortune to move. And what do I need and what do I not need? And there's all these little things, and I tell you, every little knickknack for me has a memory. So when I'm telling you about cleaning out that stuff, I understand that you don't want to throw this away because this reminds you of your mother, or that reminds you of that day at the beach with the kids, or that reminds you of, and they all mean something special to your heart when you see them. But it's just really, it's not even negative energy. It is a positive energy, but the more stuff you have, the more energy you have in your field, and you need space. That's why we feel so great when we get out into an open field, or out in nature, out in a park, and you can stretch, you can feel alive. There's no ending to the ceiling kind of thing. But we all hold on to things. Now, it could be thoughts. It could be, but it, I counsel a lot of people who, after they left the relationship, shook their heads and couldn't believe that they were actually believing that they were as worthless as they were being told they were. And how long of a recovery it was to realize that that person had actually talked them into that, brainwashed them in a sort of way. And when did that happen? And how did that happen? And how did I let that happen? Because that person wasn't me. I was strong and I was confident. And how did they get underneath and crawl in there and poison me in such a way that I was afraid to leave? I was afraid to stand on my own. I was afraid that I wasn't enough. You are enough. You are deserving. You are worthy. There's so many people that come in for counseling for that. And, let go. Let go of your bitterness towards that person. Okay? Just so that you're not carrying around that experience any longer. You're not inviting them over for tea or anything like that. Don't get me wrong, okay? But there's a part of just letting it go. Like, it doesn't matter what happened. I know now who I am, and this is how I'm going forward. I'm going to pull another couple cards, guys. Eight of Pentacles, we're raising the bar on ourselves. We expect more of ourselves. We know we can give more of ourselves. And we are making almost like a pledge, a determination that we are raising the bar on ourselves. We are going to give more of ourselves. We are going to go towards our successes. We are not going to allow fear or anxiety or the unknown scare us away. And we have the King of Swords. So this is very much a card of the Sun and Mercury coming together. I mean, this guy, he has no patience. He's got that sword. He's got it poised, in the starting position. So he can just fling it up and use it. He's ready to fight if need be. He's going forward. He knows where he wants to go. He's looking at it. But there's all kinds of things in his way. And he has no problem using that sword to go forward, to hack a path through the bushes if need be. We are intent on succeeding with this card. And this is the kind of energy where we will ruffle feathers. We will burn bridges. We will, ruin friendships without, and sometimes we just say things and you can't unsay them. You do things and you can't undo them. So it's imperative that you're channeling this energy very proactively this weekend, okay? Like, go for a 4-hour jog and then have a conversation, Get that fire energy out of you as much as possible because we don't want any explosions coming out, right? We don't want anger and hurt and just meanness coming out of us in order to get our points across. And with this kind of energy, that could easily happen because we want to be first, we want to win, we want to be in control. These are the kinds of energies that we'll be feeling throughout the weekend. And some of us will feel it very intensely, and others of us will be like, yeah, I kind of feel it. I saw it in, Joe down the street and stuff. But, it all depends on your natal chart, absolutely, on how strong this is. But collectively, it is a very strong, potent energy for us all. Okay, let's see what the oracle cards have to tell us. We're using Nature's Whispers, and we have Ideal Course of Action 37, which is a 10 energy. Okay, so Ideal Course of Action. And this artist loves putting pictures within the pictures within the pictures. So if something called out to you or you saw personally, then that could be a small little message just to you. So ask Google after. What does it mean on a spiritual level if I see this? Okay, let me get the page out here. I need longer arms. Okay. It's easy to be overwhelmed in the planning of a new endeavor. Simplify your plans. Clearly envision what you would like to accomplish and find ways to ensure that you can stay on the path. Eliminate self-sabotage or other behavior that might derail you. Determine what you desire next. Do this through daydreaming and visualizing what delights and inspires you. So that's 18 energy, right? In our heart. So visualize. Visualize what delights you and inspires you. Trust that this is an important phase that is necessary to maintain alignment and clarity. Okay, so don't skip it over. And don't think it's just kind of like a little goofy thing to do. It's not a little goofy thing to do by any stretch of the imagination. When you start digging within and saying, what really does make me happy? And then ask yourself when you say, well, this does, why? Well, it does, why? And dig for the truth within you. And it can open you up. It can unlock some doors. Chains can literally fall away and the past turn to dust. Okay, let's get an animal card, shall we? And today we have with us the dragonfly magic. I embrace my transformation. I courageously let go of the past. The magic of nature is in me. I don't know what that noise was. The magic of nature is in me. I am brilliant and I am blessed. So embrace your transformation. We all transform every day. It's a natural part of being alive. Our cells die. Our cells are reborn, or new cells are born, I guess. And we are not the same person, every 24 hours or something? We're a completely different person because every cell has died and every new cell has been born. So know that we transform on a regular basis. I embrace my transformation. So allow your outside world to transform, okay? Take control of it. Absolutely. I gotta stop talking with my hands. I courageously let go of the past. And it is there was a lot, especially with the 9 energy with us this weekend, there is a lot about letting go of the past. The magic of nature is in me. Of course it is. Get out in nature and experience it. I am brilliant and I am blessed. I am brilliant and I am blessed. Know that you are blessed. Know that you are brilliant. Know that you are deserving. Know that you are worthy. Knowing that there's a path carved out uniquely for you. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.